It's GILA. GILA. So I just finished this right now. GILA, by a novel by Les Simmons. You'll never know what real fear is until you're caught in the flesh rending, bone-splitting jaws of GILA. So the back fell off. There's 166 pages. It's from 1980. And let's see, 1981, October 1981. And it has these cool stamps. Pin Road Book Exchange, paperbacks, mags, comics, 2202 Pin Road, and then Bonnie's Book Exchange, 1522 Pleasanton. Man, these are the days. Bonnie's Book Exchange and Pin Road Book Exchange. Anyway, I've had this for over a decade. I was just saving it. I don't know why. I do that with my books. Like, I have something that looks really cool, and I was like, I'll read it later. So I was and now it's later, and it was great. It was exactly what. Okay, the Gila monster's not that big, but they're pretty big. I guess they're about like 12, 15 feet long, and they just start eating people from the very first page. They attack a diner, eat everybody in there. Then it goes to this Dr. Dwyer. Is that her name? I already forgot her name. And yeah, Miss Dwyer, the New Mexican governor calls her. He says he needs help. He needs the lowdown on Gila monsters. She goes, and then they just attack. They just get bigger every time. Like, they attack a house, then like a neighborhood, and then they attack a little fair that this small town is having, and like kill everybody there. Then they even attack like an Air Force base. And eventually, like, it says the death toll was in the thousands. And I was not expecting this. I just thought it would be like, for one, I was thinking it's going to be one Gila striking here and there. I kind of thought, it's only 166 pages. I was like, it should be just get right down to it, and it does. There's a lot more sex than you would think there would be in a book called Gila. The Dr. Dwyer is pretty horny, and she's banging this Native American dude named Chato. And yeah, they napalm the Gilas. That doesn't stop them, and they're just heading towards Albuquerque, and they've got to figure out a way to stop them. And that's pretty much it. And I guess that's the kind of the bad thing about it. It's just so short and to the point. Really not much characterization for the doctor, a little bit, and her boyfriend Chato, just enough. And it's just it. There's nothing else. It's just Gila's attacking, people getting eaten, the doctor running around trying to convince the local government to fight the Gilas the way she thinks they should be fought. And eat more people, and then book's over. I would give it a 3.5. It's not the best thing I've ever read, but it was perfect for this time, Halloween. It's just a monster story. Monsters eating people. Pretty gory, too. And I looked it up on Goodreads. Les Simons is actually a lady who wrote under all different kinds of names. I looked up one of her other books. It looks like romance, and then someone's this is more an adventure. This isn't romance. So that sounds cool. This is the only book she wrote under Les Simons. But I was like, man, she should have written Gators and what else? Well, what hasn't been written? Chameleons, snakes, toads. Possums, because she wrote a good, because it's hard. I think it's hard, like, okay, it's a monster's eating people, but what else is gonna happen? She wrote enough to where okay, it was good, and it was never boring, which is the most egregious sin a writer to commit. And it was just, oh yeah, there's a funny part. There's like these groups that are protesting to save the Gilas. Oh, and it has a funny name. I was like, that would be like something from today. Wish I could find it. I don't know how much this would cost if you could find it. I would pay no more than 20 if you can find it. I'm gonna hold on to this. I'm gonna glue the glue. I'm gonna tape the cover back, fix it up a little if I can, and I'm gonna hold on to this unless I can sell it for like an outrageous price. But yeah, GILA. Yeah, it's a good one. The steak was awesome. GILA was a nice little after meal like drink or cigarette or something. But oh yeah, I wanted to tell you that since I did my harvesters video a little bit earlier, I took my mom's dog Lady for a walk, and we went to this park. It's in between, smushed in between neighborhoods. There's a busy street intersection. You could walk it in like maybe like 12 minutes. You could walk the whole thing. So I park, and then I walk on the sidewalk, and we walk by this tennis court. And on the side of the tennis court, there's like a pathway, and it's like covered by trees. And there's a little clearing, and then it only takes like 5 minutes to walk it. So we're like a quarter of the way in. I see a coyote like streak across. I don't know how I saw it. So we keep going, and I look behind me, and that coyote's like looking. It's in the bushes, and it's like pokes its head out, and then when it saw me see it, it like went back. And I was like, this thing following us? And then I would go further, I go around the bend so I can't see, and then the coyote's there again. And I picked up a rock, and I was I think it's following us. And it followed us till we got to like open path, and there's a big field, and there's like a area where you put your dogs and swings and stuff. But that dang coyote followed us. So there was some people coming in. I warned them, and I was like, hey, there's a coyote. It followed it. Well, yeah, right when I get to the clearing, I turn to the right. There's a vulture eating a possum. And I was like, wow, this is like a horror movie. It's great. But yeah, that was pretty exciting. Getting stalked by a coyote. I think it was just saw my dog, and I don't know. I've heard coyotes like to lure dogs out, and then the pack will get them. So I was like, maybe there's other ones lurking around here that I don't see. I don't know. Tell me if you've had any experience. That's just what I thought. I don't know. I would give that a 3.5 out of 5. Manos Hands of Fate is a coyote experience. Let me know about your coyote experiences, and we'll polish off this Halloween.